these projects. They are in town already. You call the Minister of Public Works, he will tell you the Chinese government don't waste time when they say they want to do something. But when we step on their interests, then you're in problem with them. Now, anytime we want to do anything on the global stage, the first question we should be asking, what's in it for us as a country and people? And if what's in it for us is good as a country and people, if other countries benefit from the trickle-down effect of our vote, okay. But we must never again vote on something that will...
When we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything, and the position statement for those commissioners who decided from Virginia to where, and said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Braga come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the dealer there, nobody there, and he now where he's just thinking all kind of way, Braga, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went talking away, something that thing they did, but I think they did a resolution that passed. Yeah, because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow. All of them almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh. Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Barney, Jim Barney. But when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Braga benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not along with them.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving Ababa for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of Ome, then he wants to persecute us. You got going to persecute us? So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your partner said, go look for lawyer. It was from Kun office, my own son office that I went and signed a resolution. I've never seen them why you all did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So starting the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Braga send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said, son,
and that's what you saw today. Yeah. In the ring, go to have your program and be peaceful. Enjoy yourselves. Be together, recalibrate, re-give the people confidence. And Liberians are there. You got some sound Liberians that believe that we were the right group. Yes, I'm not saying that everything was roses. No, but we fought for this country in the midst of pandemic. Liberia shine amongst a great nation. So what are we talking about? The disrespect to our citizens is wrong. It's wrong. Respect the law. I did not bring 10 jobs. We met it. The Unity Party left it with us. And we respect it. So what's going on? Is it that Bwaka angry because during Ellington there were 10 jobs? And you want to break it because you are not happy? Is that why you're saying to us? Because the 10 job, I didn't do it. I made it there and I respected the laws of the Republic. And also, thank you for this time, for giving the opportunity. But there will be a time we will, I hope, that our people realize that we made a mistake. We're in a new era, and the center back to the old era.
Really invest the people like you that get the type of structure. They come say, even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact.
If I were president of this country, God show you His wonder. You know what believe it. We told Joshua for what? You're a footballer.
Yeah.
A football the very country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen Johnson because she's from Howard University.
Yeah.
What will the board do for you? No passion for development. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
He said me.
Connections there, you not get it.
You have no connection.
Yeah. Just say that Doma, all kind of things that just happen here. No, he no tea.
When he was 12 years older Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in a barrage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yes.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Bouaka, we used to go to him and even fee Bouaka because of his title. Make it comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing? You get a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie.
But you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
AB, I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Oyota, I kept the peace. Chastain Oyota, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, tenure position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. The respect I have for Ellen Johnson, I kept that respect. And the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even work with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful. But we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we're in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagree and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that was reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. We have to respect the laws of the Republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, they tell me that no, this is a tenure position. You cannot move the person until their tenure expire. So be it. That's the law. We can't break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the Republic. We're not a democratic period. So we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only tenure position holders. They are the ones that feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
AB, when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior is wrong. We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody come to power and believe that because they associate with other people, so they have to be taking on job, this is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that. And what, $50 job, $100 job? You mean the government that come to power that came to rescue cannot even give a $50, $100 job or lead a citizen on that job? This is wrong. It's wrong. It be everything that they're doing wrong, and we know that. But again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we, in accordance with the law. This is wrong. People supported the Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man, and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong. Maybe the disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the old men know that. Liberia, like I said, is one of the best countries in the world, whether you believe it or not. You understand? Yeah, it's a small country. It's one of the best countries. We are very good people. And then I think what we should strive for is for our country to survive. And that's why we promote peace in our country. For so many years we've been promoting peace. And people that brought war still continue to have the face and idea of discrimination. This is wrong, and we will not sit as citizens of this country. I was in opposition before. I faced this thing before, and then of course I'm in opposition. We'll put check to that.
Wow. And these things happen in the wake of these turbulent times. The economic hardship is very high, and there were people that you may have placed on payroll and so forth here and there. But these are Liberians in the wake of all of these hardships. They have been taking off jobs, and some of them could be angered by that and take matters into their own hands. And you are a man of peace. And if they did support you and they are suffering because they are associated with you, people have been taking up 10 new positions. Whoever associated with you, either directly or indirectly, they have been taking up jobs. These things could anger people and they could take matters in their own hands. What say you to this? Yeah.
Maybe the international community that were reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. And we have to respect the laws of the Republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, when they tell me that no, this is a tenure position, you cannot move the person until their tenure expire. So be it. That's the law. We can't break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the Republic. We're not a democratic period, so we need to respect the law. All we look for is to respect the law, and that's what we did.
Looking at the common people are losing their jobs at various places as well. Not just only tenure position holders. They are the ones that feeling the pinch the most. They got nothing.
Maybe when you are angry and you let the wrong people thinking that they are the savior is wrong. You understand? We were in opposition before. If you employ poor people that have the minimum, and somebody come to power and believe that because they associate with other people, they have to be taking a job. This is very bad. That's not good. No leader can do that. And what, $50 job, $100 job? You mean the government that come to power, that came to rescue, cannot even give a $50, $100 job or lead a citizen on that job? This is wrong. It's wrong. It be everything that they're doing wrong, and we know that. But again, the peace of Liberia is the most important. It's the most important, and that's why we in accordance with the law. This is wrong. People supported the Unity Party. I came to power. I left them there. These are citizens of the country. But you can employ a Senegalese man, and you refuse to employ a Liberian. Is that what it is? No, it's wrong. It's wrong. Everything that they're doing is wrong. Maybe the disrespect is wrong. Breaking our laws is wrong. And the old men know that. Baga know that. Baga know that. When we were there, the Bwaka, we used to go to him and even feed Bwaka because of his title. You know what I'm saying? Make him comfortable because of a title. But you see what he's doing. You got a lot of gangsters around here and thinking that Liberia is afraid of gangsters. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Wow. But
It's a lie.
you should be concerned as well. Why it is true that you're in opposition, you should be concerned. You also have a responsibility to maintain the peace of the country. Though the burden has shifted on the government to maintain the peace.
AB, I've always kept the peace of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay.
During Ellen time, I've kept the peace. During President Dota, I kept the peace. Amos Soyota, I kept the peace. Charles Taylor, I kept the peace. I have never broken anything in this country. I work for peace in our country, and I'm on record. Even the United Nations know that I work for peace. So I'm not trying to break the peace. What I'm telling you that those people that say they came to rescue us, they are breaking the laws of the Republic, and it is wrong. If you can't see it, AB, it is wrong. It is wrong. Because in the government that I serve, training position was respected. Today, you can say that you're taking the person off because he associated with somebody. No, but you see, we are different. I kept that respect, and the respect I kept for her, to respect the laws of the Republic. I even worked with Ellen Johnson as a peace ambassador. You understand? So I don't have a issue of keeping the peace of the country. Of course, we are peaceful, but we will not allow people to break our laws and then intimidate people, and we just sit. That would never happen. You know, we in opposition. Ellen Johnson, Madam Ellen Johnson said, let me give her the respect because that's somebody that I respect so much. She did some things that we disagreed, and we went to her and spoke to her. By the rule of law, you know, we have the right to protest, and we protest. We went to Ellen, and she understood that. She came on the table and we talked. You understand? They respected leaders that are traveling, and you refuse for them to use the lodge that they built, and Liberia said that and say, yeah, it's right. No, it's not right. If the Bwaka man, he was not even president, and will give you a VIP all the time traveling. What you're doing is wrong, and you need to wake up. Those things are wrong. Those things are wrong. Everybody said that. You want that change? Bwaka was not a change. Bwaka was never the change. Those few people that believe that all the years, almost 171 years, they left this country, they wanted to come back because of where they went, those freedom fighters, they get it like and last they came for a change. They never give for a change. Why they change it? To bring the laws is why they change it? No. We will, there will be a period and we'll check. But again, like I said to all citizens, and that's what you saw today, in the ring, go to have your program and be peaceful. Enjoy yourself. Be together, recalibrate. You know what I'm saying? Regain the people confidence.
Oh, yes. Let me say what's up to all of you, wherever you are. It's great joining us tonight, right here on this very day. And we are certainly grateful to the Almighty God that we are here, beaming with life and out of good health. No matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there and we will get there. With God, all things are possible. So, with this, and we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are here. Today is a great day, especially for our country. And today is Unification Day. And they have some spirit and intent for the passage of law. And making this day a holiday, a national holiday that people sit home and just reflect and on our country's history, whence we've come, what necessitates this day, what are we are living up to it. Those are the reflections we need to have, especially on a day like this. So we are grateful to the Almighty God, Emmanuel Bro, my rest of my students. And let me say also to all of you, our class prefects, and I celebrated Tornado Day on yesterday. I want to say also to you and this small CDC man. Hawa, I'm saying rest of you a happy Unification Day to you, Musa A. Sharif, and in the New Georgia area, I want to say Langa Thomas and in the pipeline belt. And let me say also to my ever potent prefects, like I said, we are working for the good of our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, we'll continue to surmount those challenges, mount water ability. That's up to you. And Moses Bessie, and, what's up? How's everything with you guys? Peter, one day. Peter reminds me about Peter, you know your pa working like or some of these plantations. Peter, one day, you know your pa because they one day near know that those are some of the, in fact, how do we call them? Those are some of the colonial names or concessional names. I want to call it concessional names or colonial names that the people pass on to our parents. Yeah. And I remembered, my father, they were he's one of the persons who left, especially his native born county. He had to travel way to Grand Bassa County. That time, Raymond was constructing the train track at that time in our whole Grand Bassa area. There was a Raymond company he always told me about. He said Raymond Company. He said that the Raymond company was responsible for the construction of the train track. And where he started working first, hauling water, doing nothing, and they were constructing. But when they went for job, this is where most of them just started changing their name. People started changing their name because they are difficult native or dialect or names that they carry. The people couldn't, you are looking for a job. Any name they gave you that the thing is comfortable for them to call is what they were. So in La, you check there during those days, you see David Dollar, David 1 cent, David, because in fact, my late father, the only name he carried was Drobian Wama. Drobian Wama. So they look at you for long, they call him Liberia Wama. So my father's name, though he was later on switched to Anthony Wama, but my father's name was Liberia Wama. So every time you went in, like they would tell you, say Liberia Wama, that way unos nothing there you are dealing with. The people used to assign those names to them that the only way employment will take place. Because they want to give you a name that they can easily call you by. They don't here for those struggles. And our people were looking for jobs. People didn't care about where you told name from, whatever it is. So yeah, assign it to our people during those times. Yeah. So they Peter one day, yeah. I've been hearing about some kind of name like they Peter one day. Yeah. And I think for sure, those are some of the names then that our people then took from those plantations. They didn't go there with those names, though. And they needed, they came from the plantation. So it's someone that I they're using those names. So I don't know what are they, Peter one day, yeah, what they call, but those were real actual names, and I can tell you that for sure. Those were names our parents and I took from there. So it was fantastic, especially. And, so I think they give Baba names then and they thought they could give up. But anyway, with God, all things are possible. And no names are there. And they put no the real name. Yeah. But again, that's it. That's life. Let me say what's up to all of you a happy Unification Day. It's not as happy as it ought to be. The nation is divided. The nation is torn apart. And things are terrible. Cooper is telling us, and oh, Peter said I'm correct. Yeah, Peter, I know. Chief, I know this thing. Look, we grew up there. We saw some name there that don't even resemble us. So our friend and we and I would be sitting there in class. Then they be gonna. There's a guy I sat with in class. I don't know his last name in Kisi was very difficult, but they used to call him Tama 1 cent. He partnered there with 1 cent. I don't know what kind of thing that Tama 1 cent. Where did they take Tama 1 cent business from? So I used to see that. I said, remember your name 1 cent? He said, yeah, my partner there, they called Tama 1 cent. So he just grew with it. Yeah, so they call him 1 cent at that time. Yeah, so I think that's why. Saint Rex, he reminds me, they said PPD. We had the PPD there, the Plantation Protection Department, the PPD people. Yeah, and yeah, they got the PPD there. Yeah, we had the PPD. Yeah, the PPD used to be there too. Yeah, in luck. What's the fun things? We went through a lot. We went through a lot. It's a fine day. So, like I'm saying, we just have to observe the day, but we are not happy. And is there PPD Collie? Yeah, PPD Collie. But that PPD Collie used to be the Plantation Protection Department, right? That was the department there at the time. So the PPD people. So they just look at you. Yeah, they call you PPD Collie and all. That's true. They just look at your last name. What they call it? They say PPD. Your first name, difficult to pronounce. They just call you PPD Collie. And that kind of thing you'll go with. Yeah. So I think, you guys are smart. That's what I told you. I say most of the things I claim that I know or that I think that I know, most of my students here already know it. So that why you see, we just gel together. We have thoughts alignment. There is nothing that I say here that they don't know. That's why you see it's very easy for them. But the other bunch of human beings there with mud brains, because nothing in there. So we always struggle to put something inside. But the real people who get sense, now they're the one who really understand these things, and they know. But the mud brain people there, they get anything inside. They can be sitting there, they be talking all kinds of trash. I gotta put them can listen to. People who don't care about their country, they don't care about integrity, they don't care about morality, they don't care about anything at all, but all they care about is their belly. How somebody will put food on their table, that all they care about, they rain praises to people. Right? Yeah, so that's why it is. But we don't care about those kind of people. Whether you're lucky or not, you want to go or come down. If you think you want me to respect you, join the sensible people in this country, I will respect you. Because your thoughts are very foolish. Nonsensical thing and why you're going to be talking. It's not right. We all have to come to our senses, because in life, all these things are happening and you may disagree with people. Disagreement does not mean that the person is wrong, but it is their belief system that they have. But again, let them have a strong argument in their own belief. Then you look at it and say, oh yeah, these people are good. Yeah, you may want to disagree with the people, not that they are foolish or whatever it is. But you're looking at things that you know societally, it's not just okay, and you just decide to just go there. Then you want us to believe that, oh yeah, I agree with your disagreement. For what? Is it really acceptable? Is it really normal? Does it make any sense in the first place? Though you have an argument, everyone can have an argument. You might be able to convince me that your argument is good. Yeah, I will be able to. And I think, and I would think with God, all things are possible. Yeah, how you doing? Today is Unification Day. And we are supposed to observe it and celebrate it, but there is nothing to celebrate, so we are observing it. So we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are here tonight. With God being on our side, with no fear nor favor, we are here to do what is just for our country. Too many things are at stake in our country. And Big Liberia is a Facebook platform. They say it's also relayed there. Thank you so much, Big Liberia. Big Liberia platform is relaying this. I think my son and I did TV online, and so forth. Yeah, also. But again, that's life, right? That's life. We will certainly get there, and we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything that He continues to do for us in this country. Muster the courage and continue to be strong. You have to have courage. That is very, very important. You have to have courage. And the courage is within all of us. But the only thing you are unable to do is to muster that courage. Right? You got to muster that courage. That is very much important. This country is for all of us. Yesterday, another mockery was played, but again, and today the biggest mockery was played from a statement from Joseph Yuma Boaka that I will play right here tonight, or I will play all. It's 9 minutes, 40 seconds. We'll have patience to listen to the president. And then sense for ourselves whether the president means he's a serious person or whether he's a human. And anything you are not, I mean, you are the opposite of that thing. If you are not human, then you're opposite of human. And when you know what they call opposite of human, you can go class. That one part, it is say you're not real what they call human being, then of course you are opposite of human. Right? Then you can class and look for any animal and put it on that person. Because if you're not real human, you are just on a class of animal that don't fall in a human category. So you can now look at what kind of animal that he fits in and put him there. I'm not going to put him there, but I just think that people who don't think like humans, who are not humans, their thought process is not like human, they are animals. Then you can now determine whether you want to put it in goat category, sheep category, or you want to put it in wetting category. Any kind of animal you want choose now to put it in, well, that's it. Yeah, any kind of animal you want to put it in, and that's it. Because that's it. And we think with God, we are very grateful. And for some of us, we have come a long way. But let me just announce to you that tonight, so that's it. So tonight, please play your cash giveaway. And tonight, please play your cash giveaway. We are certainly getting there. Tonight, the price ranges from the price ranges from 5,000 to 20,000. So some people will get 20,000, some people will get 5,000, depending on where your number drops. And that's what it is we'll be doing here tonight. So the star 799 star and 24 hash. So star 799 star 24 hash. A country, an interesting country. Oh God. God, this country. So let me ask you a question. Do you people think within yourself that I'm living my life for you? Or wait, you just think I'm living my life because of look, I'm living my life for my country. Because the individuals will pass away, my country will stay. So I'm living my life for my country. So that's why it is. And we don't care about how you feel about it. The country already, there are a lot of abnormal people in this country. So to put normality in them, to restore them to normality is very difficult. Look, taking drug not the issue. But to return or to restore the person when the person is addicted, there are certain people who are addicted to abnormalities. Now, that's why you see when somebody takes in drugs and they have reached addiction level, for you to really restore them is a difficult thing. They will try their best to get there, but again, they're not far from going back. So when that person starts, that's how some people brain looks like, and look like. That's how they just look like all the one. So you see, all of them, they don't have great sense. And that's why some of them will remain poor. Some of them will remain disgraced in their entire lives. Forget about whether they get cars or whatever they're riding. They will never get any respect from anywhere. Because when you look at God's chosen people and you see, you follow their trend and you see, people will not understand that why would people resort themselves to this kind of behavior and think that. And of course, anybody who God blesses and then you insult that person or disgrace that person, you are cursed. And anybody who got cursed, and then that person, then whatever is just addition of what God wants you to do to the person because they are calamity of themselves, and that is it. So there are certain people who are just here. You don't see the guys. Forget about whether they went to school. When I say people are cursed, education is not an issue. Clever, they're not issue. Because I know people who are cursed that no matter what it is, they can never succeed in what they do. Nobody said they will not get opportunity, or they will get the opportunity, but as to the impact they make within that opportunity is what will tell you that they are cursed. What up will tell you about AB had the same opportunity, AB traveled to Europe, John Brown traveled to Europe, but then they say she and Goldlog not the same. And what they can say, they say she and Goldlog not the same. Yeah, no problem. She and Goldlog, they say not the same. Right? Yeah, we agree. But the fact of the matter is, the place sheep can go there. But when go there, the kind of log that sheep get, now what good will get. Right? Good. They are not the same. Agreed. Granted. It depends on where they are. But anyway, we are getting there. So we don't have time for people. People are hungry and they're sitting down there, they won't pretend about it. And I don't pretend. So today is Unification Day. So our topic is going to focus on this. Are we unified? That's the question I'm asking all of you here tonight. Are we unified as a nation? The president did speak today, and he said what he could say. What I thought, it was not strange and surprising, that he will make mockery out of the Liberian people. And I'm coming to deal with him tonight. You know, I always dealing with him because I'm not correct. So let's leave that one there. You're not already correct. So let's leave that one there. Here, people that who eating their money that didn't want to see the correct person. As far as the president is concerned, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as most of my students are concerned, or all of my students are concerned, the president had never acted presidential. The president had never acted honorable. Or honorably, sorry. The president had never acted honorably. The president had never acted presidentially. So every other thing the president is doing, and because of that, he does not earn the respect that we accord to people who are presidents. One thing we'll not do is to cause in the kind of prophecy kind of cost. But we'll get an intelligent way to put it in your face, which of course is an equivalent of that as well. But, you know, people will look at it because, you know, for the big man to sit down and tell you, say, you are a liar. It's bad. It's a disgrace. It's a humiliation for him at his level. But the thing that will not do, will not come down to that prophet Kenan level to be causing like the way, you know, denigrating, you know, all the will not go that far. But you're like you won't go, you'll come down. Joe Boyka is exactly somebody who's strange and not a human. You're not ready human. When they say you're not human, you're not ready human. That's what I can look at. You're not human. When they say you are heartless, when they talk about heart is related to human. So when you are heartless, then you are not the first class human. You check in the category of Joseph Boyka, he may be in the third class or fourth class or fifth class human. I don't know, because we are the first class animals, right? First class animal, not first class. I don't even want to place human to him. You check Joseph Boyka now, Joseph Boyka might be in the second class animal, third class animal, whatever. Because people who have had, you know, why you think the animal are going to be passing around and say, oh, this, that, here, and there. Even in Africa Coast. There's a law in Africa Coast. I don't know whether that law is still there, but at the men who used to come from Africa, I didn't want you to tell that thing. I know they need to be lying to or waiting. Because me about some people can come on, just lie. But that law there, we just talk about. But I say that law. But in some countries, I know for sure I have done and some research and thing there, and I know in some countries it's like that. They say when animals are crossing the road, if you hit that animal, they say the animal that crossing the road, you as a driver, that you get sense, and the breeding or reasonability is on you. So if that animal, you hate that animal, that means animal, hating animal in accident is even more value than human, because they believe the human being are coming knowing that he has to stop, he has to watch left, right before he crosses. Because you have your mental faculty are all sound. And when somebody is even declared as mentally deranged person, that's why you see crazy people, we don't fight them back. If you fought any crazy person, the law will hold you. You don't know that? Because that man, that ain't get sense. He don't get any reasoning to what they call. So you, the sound person, that you going to go fight the crazy man. So that kind of thing, you're not correct. So if you have our leaders who are not behaving like humans, and they put themselves in that category of not thinking like human and having the kind of thought process like human and thinking that kind of way, you know, whatever it is, then you now put it in the category of those people then that were you to see in the traffic. You cannot hate them. You have to avoid them. You have to avoid them because you get a sense. You have to avoid them. That's what I always told you people. The United Party opponent that you can see passing around, I don't talk to them. Martin on here in this country, my assignment is I don't talk to the tiny one because once they want to what they call it doing all those things, I don't talk to them because I place them in certain category for which I don't respond to them. I don't. And I get my class of people then who will deal with them. And I get them, they are there. Yeah. So you see all of those things are happening because the human being must get what they call, because the animal does not have. So that's why it is. So we put people in those categories, especially when they are not behaving like humans. One thing human being get a conscience. Those are characteristics of human. You must have conscience. To the extent that even in law, you must have reached a certain age before the law can say, at the age now, this man has reached the age of maturity. This man, whatever decision he wrongs now is on him. Because they believe the human thought process, it goes through growth. From 17-year-old down, they say you not reach that level yet to make any decision of your own. So just know that one there now. Though the person can eat, they can do whatever it is, they're passing around, they're doing everything, you can see it. But at that level, you must know the class at which they will place you before you can do your own thing. So you will get to know it. You will get to know that. So most often, I don't have time for people like that. No insult, but just know that we are watching. And what you do is what will tell us to place you somewhere. Just by what you do, we'll know where to put you. You don't got to tell her who you are. You don't got to tell her whatever it is. Just by what you do, will grab you, will put you there. Just by doing what you do, will grab you, will put you there. So that's why it is. We are certainly getting there, right? Yeah, with God, all things are possible. So let us come. I'm waiting for something. But let me play this statement first, and that thing will come up. Let me play this statement first. I want you to take your time. I know many of you can be vexed. You don't want to listen to Boaka, but I beg you. The only way you are able to critique Boaka or be able to have that knowledge to critique Boaka is to just patiently listen to him. Even if it is painfully, just listen to him. I beg you. So that you have a reason to say, oh yeah, the man said this, yeah. So me, I'm yellow to criticize that. So now I have listened to Boaka because I was on my way to the gym because I'm training nowadays for the United Party people to beat them. So I was on my way to the gym, and Abu Kamara get fine gym to look in town. Abu Kamara company, you go there. Abu Kamara area, very fine gym is there. That area is protected. I want to let it go there because I let it go to other what they call them where other people want to be doing all kind of things. The United Party men, they're very useless. So now you go somewhere you can see them. They see you somewhere they want to be on command. They will be doing a lot of foolish thing. Me, I go to places where I think I am protected because I know I'm not foolish man to be passing around anywhere in the street or whatever it is. I look these people in this country, the way they have made a country to be for which Joseph Boaka play mockery out of us today. Now I come and deal with that whole thing. We are now careful how we live our lives. There is no friendship in this country anymore. There's no brotherhood in this country anymore. Everything is on political lines now. Everybody get their side. They do what they want to do. They get ready to color speech from you. They get ready to insult you. They get ready to say nasty things about you. That's what they do. So we don't get time for them. Me, I go to area where I think I will be safe. Abu Kamara gym that they play. Anybody try, you go down there. When we finish with you down there, you'll see yourself, because I have the kind of muscle to deal with you. But in addition, I will go for Abu Kamara. He will come join me. Abu Kamara get body already. He by any you over training. Abu Kamara already get Abu Kamara storm. He said later on you will go one side. But you see, Abu Kamara that strong man. You see that? So that he I went saw him, so that when the real 14 time come down, then he can come and then he join there, then we'll fight. Because how we're going to be doing it now throughout. Yeah. Because the people then they're not correct. So we got to go near people who able to whatever. So I go for my training, my muscles will grow. Hey, I see it. Hey, you see now it grows muscle. I want to pump it before it come out, it split. Because when I pump my muscles, sometimes I get one split, the blood will start coming. I don't like it like that. So let's patiently listen to our president, please. Now, let us pin fully. Because many of you not let us listen to him, but let us listen to him, right? Then we can critique his statement. Yeah, and we can critique his statement about that. So let me put it on so that you can listen to our president's statement today. And so we are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. All right, so here we go. Here we go. This statement from our preso, right? Can we have him now? Yes, we should have him. Yeah, he should. I'll tell you, don't just throw away. Okay. A national antenna for you.
The ideals that bind us together as a nation. Unification Day is not merely a date on our calendar. It is a symbol of our shared determination to rise above our divisions and forge a society grounded in justice, inclusion, and mutual respect. Declared in 1960 under the Visionary Unification Policy, this day was intended to heal historic divides, promote national cohesion, and remind us that our strength as Liberians lies in our unity. Since our founding in 1847, Liberia's journey has been one of both promise and adversity. While our early aspirations were noble, including freedom, dignity, and self-governance, we have also faced profound challenges. These include division between settlers and indigenous communities, between urban and rural populations, and among our many rich and diverse ethnic groups. These challenges came to a head during the years of our civil conflict, the scars of which still linger not only in our national memory, but also on our national physical infrastructure. Yet, through it all, we have made strides in consolidating peace, rebuilding institutions, and restoring hope. But true reconciliation and unification require more than a mere passage of time. They require deliberate effort, conscious decision by each of us to prioritize understanding over suspicion, collaboration over conflict, and renewal that I am pleased to acknowledge yesterday's peaceful resolution of the leadership stand-up in the lower house of our national legislature with the election of Honorable Richard Nangbe Kun as Speaker of the House of Representatives. I have extended my warmest congratulations to Honorable Kun on this election and urge him to lead with courage, inclusiveness, and humility. I further encourage him to reach across the aisle, unify the body, and ensure that the House focuses squarely on the work for which the Liberian people elected its members. We do also acknowledge the laudable move by former Speaker, Councillor Funata Kofa. The decision so significantly helped in bringing this unfortunate impasse to a more acceptable closure. This moment marks not only the end of protracted impasse, but also the beginning of a renewed opportunity to serve our people with honor and urgency. I should therefore express my sincere gratitude to all well-meaning Liberians, our elders, local leaders, religious authorities, and ordinary citizens who lend their voices and wisdom to help bring about its resolution. Such a resounding commitment to peace, dialogue, and stability exemplifies the very spirit of National Unification Day. Let us now get to work. The time for service is now. The Liberian people are watching, they are hoping, and they deserve our very best. My fellow Liberians, unification is not a slogan to be rehearsed once a year. It must become a way of life, reflected in how we govern, how we engage one another, and how we respond to the challenges before us. Whether we confront economic hardship, climate shocks, or high expectations of our youth, we must do so as one people, bound by shared past and inspired by common destiny. It was squarely within such frame of mind that I, earlier today, placed special goodwill telephone calls to former presidents Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and George Manuel Weah, as well as eminent national leaders Benani Wilfred Ure and Alexander Benedict Cummins. I also reached out to the Liberia Council of Churches and the National Muslim Council of Liberia, as well as the chairman of the National Council of Chiefs and Elders of Liberia. This is our own way of forging the spirit of unification and inclusion, assuring all that our doors remain open for any meaningful engagement that will help our hands in nation building. As we commemorate this important day, let us recommit to the principles of national unity, patriotism, and collective progress. Let each do our part wherever we are and in whatever we do to build a Liberia that is peaceful, equitable, and prosperous for all. May God bless us all, and may He continue to bless and save the Republic of Liberia. Calendar. It is a simple and hopeful recommitting. My fellow Liberians, today we gather as one people to observe National Unification Day, the day of solemn reflection and hopeful recommitting to the ideals that bind us together as a nation. Unification Day is not merely a date on our calendar. It is a symbol of our shared determination to rise above our divisions and forge a society grounded in justice, inclusion, and mutual respect. Declared in 1960 under the Visionary Unification Policy, this day was intended to heal historic divides, promote national cohesion, and remind us that our strength as Liberians lies in our unity. Since our founding in 1847, Liberia's journey has been one of both promise and adversity. While our early aspirations were noble,
Thank you, Mr. President.
including free.
Better for you. I want you people to take your time. The country. So, what is the hope you all have that Boga will do anything sound in this country? What is the hope you already have? Remorse gives prospects for change. Remorse. You have to be remorseful. Now, if you are remorseful, it gives prospects for change. So let's take, for instance, if somebody went and saw AB talking about AB, now let us see John. AB, now let us see John. But they say when we saw AB the last time, the way AB was talking about John, you know that AB had changing the way he been what it goes. So I think AB would change. But you say, oh, AB, now want to see John, or AB, now want to see John, but we think that AB will be able to come back to John, right? But the way we went and talked to AB the last time, the way he stayed talking, I don't think AB will ever, right? Or AB is acting like he's right, or AB is demonstrating some level of, I don't know. Oh gosh, this country. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You know, this country is for all of us. You're listening to our president, right? My old man and I didn't want business. I'm going to break the one down now. Joseph Boga. The papa is a complete opposite of himself. That's why I say he's an opposite of him. So everything Boga says, because Boga is not him, it is the complete and exact opposite of sound humor. Now, I don't want to say sound humor. That means the category of humor. No, he's not just humor. So, Boga knows what this day is about. He knows it. Boga understands that because he said what? He said it's a reflection, a reconnection. It's not just merely or share stuff that we just carry here, unification day, yeah, on calendar. No, he knows it's not like that. Boga knows it. But in his own class, he knows exactly what he's doing. Boga is talking about how Boga said unification is not just a slogan, but a way of life. That is the part I'm catching on. He said it is not just slogan, where every time, every year, the president can stand, you should say, no, it's a way of life. Unification is a way of life. That's the catch of our entire discussion here tonight. Boga said unification is the way of life. It's not just slogan, where you just go and say, no, it's a way of life. So you ask Boga, is Boga living unification? Is Boga dreaming unification? Is Boga sleeping unification? Is Boga governing in unification? What is it? Because he said unification is a way of life, right? So I bring it right back to Boga now. Meaning, same Boga believes, and which of course is true, that unification is supposed to be the way of life. But honor Boga, that's what I'm saying, it's supposed to be the way of life because it is not. Now, Boga is not living unification. The term unification, according to him, is the way of life. It's not just mere slogan. It's not just thing you will just come on and just say. You must live it. Boga is telling us that. He said a way of life. Good. So let's come to Boga now and see whether Boga is living that way of life. He said it. He said unification is a way of life. It's not just mere slogan. It is a way of life. And we all know it. Unification is a way of life. We all know it. Now let's get there. The United Party people, you're listening. You're like, you want to say anything, you want to say that your business. I don't care about you already to you. Your past say, and I said, okay, now also, your past said that unification is the way of life. It is shouldn't just be mere slogan. Meaning, Joseph Boakai knows that he's merely, M-E-R-E. He M-E-R-E-L-Y, merely just talking about unification because he represents that mere nature of unification. This is Joseph Boakai on Unification Day. Since Joseph Boakai became president, our country has become divided more than ever. The worst stage of our country in terms of disunity is what we are experiencing on Boakai. Boakai talking about what? You're listening to Boakai? Today, people are dismissed. People are taking up 10 new positions. Boakai decides that he doesn't want to work with certain people and he will stand his ground and say they will never ever work in his government. But guess what? He also talked about it is that shared value for inclusion. Where is that inclusion? I don't know the words can just come on Joseph Boakai mouth because they just put it there. He just start talking about of trash or whatever it is. Where is the inclusion? Unification, because unification talks about inclusivity. Now, you got to be inclusive. When they say for all to unify, we must be inclusive. We must be part of the decision-making process. Even at your entity, let's say, for instance, the King 7 that we have here. I want to make a decision. And I want to make a decision, and I want for that decision to end up successfully, to execute it. I got to include the opinion of other people. That's best administrative practice. Their views are needed. They got to be included so that we have a unified front on that decision that we're going to make. You have a government. Since you got the power, look at you talking about anything that favor Joseph Boakai at the time you can talk trash. The paper is very useless. When I be telling your age and say, oh, if you don't want to go, no, I will say that. I don't care about how you people feel about that. I'm not insulting, I'm describing who really he is. This old man, anything that favors him, he calls a peaceful. Because Rachel Kun is now psycho according to his witches. So he said, we want to thank and everyone for the peaceful nature in which the matter is now resolved because it favors him. If it does not favor Boakai, it is never peaceful. Anything that does not favor Boakai is not peaceful. Boakai declared that even prior to the election. He said, if the election result does not go my way, I think the country will finish. Now that he ended his way, Boakai think the election results were free, fair, and transparent. Even though we knew exactly what went wrong, but he calls it free, fair, and transparent. Because Rachel Kun, Boakai, look, somebody was telling me, and I saw the paper, but I didn't want to share because they will know who shared with me. Boakai spent your country money. Boakai spent 10 million just from the day they said they want to remove Fonati Kofa up to yesterday. Boakai spent 10 million of your country money just on Fonati Kofa's removal because he said that he can't and will never ever work with Fonati, even when Fonati availed himself in the spirit of national unity. Fonati, even his own partisans were going against him because that's the spirit and intent of our look. Now, let me tell you something. Boakai is wicked. Boakai is not human. Grab any animal and shop it on Boakai, that's him. Boakai is very terrible. Fonati made himself to appear like somebody who's operating for Boakai, going in America and defending Boakai travels to the dislike and disbelief of all of us. And what was the intent? What did Fonati say? Fonati said, look, we are not here to fight. There is our country. Though I'm from the opposition and I'm a speaker, but in the spirit of unity. national government, government of national unity. No matter what it is, we have to support the president. Unification is a way of life? Yeah, it's supposed to be. But hatred is the way of life now under Joseph Boakai. Disunity is the way of life now under Joseph Boakai. People are chased and cannot have jobs because of T-shirts they wore to express their political beliefs. Boakai say unification is the way of life. It shouldn't be mad. Yes, it's true. Is Boakai living that? No. Way of life on Boakai is disunity, hatred. That's the way of life on Boakai. Then he there sitting down here today talking about all the things. You think what we're here for? You know how you are divided this country? You call up speech from where? And then you claim, blah, blah, blah. I placed a call to where, I did this to where, I placed a call to where, I did this to where, I look at him for love. Look, why Boakai must be like this? Why this Pape must be like this? Why this old man must always be like this? This old man is terrible. The Pape is evil. You see, Joseph Boakai natural faith, you know the devil already. Then you know the demon. Because I said devil, forget about it. Devil is the act. Demon is the character itself. This is a demon. You see what it is? You damage our country. Today, nobody express their political views. Mo Ali can say anything they want to say. Nobody working in government will counter Mo Ali on a Mo Ali post. You try, you will be fired. Boakai set up special. They call them, I don't know, that they Usin Kawune, I don't know whatever it is, that they are work they can do. All the radio stations, you can see them also. They are there identifying people working in government. What Usin Kawune doing? That the group then that they have, that group that boy talk about, they have them at the information ministry paying them money to monitor all radios. So that anybody they caught with opposing views, they will report it and say, I was listening to it. So they will listen to all the radio. They pay them for that and say, anybody who disagrees with our government and working our government, that person must go. So they are even reading on our comments. The moment more adding them post, they are on a job. That they are on a job in there. Any official of government who posts anything in favor of government, they must check the comments and see if anybody working as a civil servant in government they are looking for negative comments. So any civil servant who makes a positive comment, you are free. Any civil servant who makes a negative comment, they will grab you and report you. Then that kind of life we're living in this country now. People can't express themselves. They can't say anything. And you say unity? You say inclusion? Get talk about I thought to Richie Kun for you to go on the other side of the divide. Useless nonsense. What kind of woman is this? Why are you treating our country like this? Are we fools? What you have to take us to be fun bags or whatever it is? Then you sit down today, you say, oh, I place call to leaders, I play call to what? Let me tell you something, Joseph Boakai. You are reckless and useless. To think that you will just take phone and call, because I don't know whether you call him or not. We want to hear from the president. We are camp to see whether he really plays that call for true, and if he ever did, how was it done? But let's agree, even he calls we are on this day. Let me come teach Joseph Boakai and his team. Joseph Boakai, you think you're really serious for true in this country, to govern this country? Or you just want to play fun out of everything and whatever it is, you just plunge our country into total mess? Is that what it is? You sat on Joseph Boakai. You went and said that you placed a call to Wiaden. Boakai, have you ever come up to acknowledge the wrongs you have done to Wia? The way you have humiliated him The way you have reduced into nothing, to the extent that your vice president all calling you common citizen. Okay, I agree that you even wanted to play fun out of it, or you just want to pretend about it. Do you think the best pretense that you have put up would have been to just say, even on the day, I agree that you didn't even do it 2 ways? I thought you have done it. One, let me teach you, since you old man, you know, Bwaka is the reason now that any old man that you see in the streets say they get 42 years, you're that test that they are experiencing there now. No old man in Liberia now that will trust their experience anymore. No old man who will come with it. But the Bible said to that thing ever since. The Bible said to that thing ever since. We don't want to be passing around what they call. The Bible said what thing about Methuselah and what thing King Solomon. What thing say about Methuselah and King Solomon? Eh? And they say Methuselah get age. Ain't that the experience there? But what did they say that Solomon had? Wisdom. So a leader with experience, that age. Now, the long years you have had, that wisdom that is needed within that experience to perfect you is not there. So we're not going to look at every old person and then say, oh yeah, the person get experience. No. Bwaka has shown to us now that we need to do experience tests on you to see whether your experience is guided by wisdom. That free for experience we're dealing with. No, we will now test people's experiences here. Bwaka has disgraced most of the old people in this country because the old people, then when we see them now, we'll just think that our experience are useless experience or whatever it is, because Bwaka has demonstrated useless experience over the year. Because if you had those experiences and then he had not been able to help you, it's finished. Bwaka is not Himo. I will keep saying it because he doesn't talk like Himo. Bwaka, you don't think that it would be necessary to have fresh come up and say, I know you Liberians have been listening to all sort of things. You are not pretend now. Let me put it out of the pretense way. Right? Let's put it out of there. Just to send that spirit or send that to say, oh yeah, people are now ready to reconcile. Whatever it is. Bwaka, you don't think what made enough sense? Even the minimum sense. Because I don't think you get enough. You will never get enough sense. But so the minimum sense, you don't think it would have made minimum sense to Liberians were you to just have sat down and carved something and say, just for the sake of our country. Because some people don't want to make peace, but just for the sake of something, they just got to make it. So you don't let we are from day one, you never let it. But for the sake of the country and for the spirit of national unity to hover over the nation, you Bwaka, you don't think we are being best enough to just announce? You don't even have a place called We Are. Just announce that today I want to publicly apologize to all Liberians who may have one way or the other felt hurt as a result of our governance style, especially my predecessors, because there have been a lot of news here and there that I want to apologize publicly. You could even pretend about that tomorrow. You go by again, you take all the security then from We Are, no problem. But just to just make that sense. But you get where you get, even if it were me, I don't know. I want to really hear from We Are to see what really happened today. We haven't heard from him yet. Yeah, we really hope to hear from We Are in relation to this whole thing to know what it is. Yeah, we really, and I. God, this country, is an interesting country. We really want to see what really it is that we are. So let's take, for instance, even if it were you and somebody not speaking over the years, the person called us speech, right? The person wakes up and just plays call to you. On what basis? You expect me to just pick it? No. You think Bwaka, Joe, we are sitting now in a country. You see Joe, we are in a country. You're already talking about calls to Bwaka, to We Are. Before even Unification Day, you're supposed to have said we extended We Are an invitation. And when I visited We Are, or We Are visited me, like you saw Ghana presidents and former presidents doing. That the people who can speak to unity will listen because we've seen it. What did we do after the election? When we are conceded, you know what? You know what's the level of hope it brought to Liberians, especially who are supporters of WIA, when they saw WIA, the transition process. What did people say? People were posting all over. They say our country has progressed. Our country, democracy has matured. Now you see the outgoing president and the incoming presidents, they are going together from place to place. WIA led the transition. WIA demonstrated that our democracy had matured. WIA left it from the day WIA left it and left. Baka decided to put it back in the hole. Because I myself, when we saw we are passing around with Baka, you see them in the executive mansion, they are having these meetings. We all felt very relieved and say, oh yeah, the Tinaja election is over. And that is it. I want people then, they will respect each other. And that is it. We are carrying you everywhere. We are carrying you. People were seeing you all together. You know what it did for the nation that day? Though the wounds of the election were there fresh, but for the fact that people were seeing you all together, going from place to place, the transition process, WIA is there, sitting down by your side. The first lady, the former first lady is carrying the current first lady. Yeah, that is the spirit and intent. That is how George WIA took our democracy. He did not just say mere words. George WIA lived it. George WIA lived it. He lived the life of democracy. Unlike you talking about unification and you are not living the life of unification. They say, it's not just about slogan, but it's a way of life. Yeah, democracy is a way of life. Did George WIA not live the life of democracy? He did, even to the amazement and disbelief of most of the colleagues in the West African sub-region. They said, I can imagine, George WIA, you can overdo. That you will concede honor Africa. In fact, Africa is a normal thing in our country that you can't even on our continent that kind of thing you can't hold. But you really overdo. WIA lived it. WIA is not just someone who said, merely we are Democrat. He lived it. Joseph Boakai, why you coming from your mouth is just rhetorics. I want to put it that way. You didn't. You know what they did that time? When people saw their president here and there, but you know what you did? You created our wounds again. You broke down everything. By saying you're not part of the airport, you're not going this side. Everybody say, oh, but then we're going back to war. Because everybody started having their sides. When you started taking people from any position, your minister then started following too. We'll sack people from places too. Everything else now divided the country. People are making sarcastic remarks. Public officials are making that nobody able to counter them because they are afraid. When they don't do it, they will be sacked. They will be fired. Go to the national legislature, the way you're not turning legislature into Sonia. Rachel Kuhn is there now, right? The division is now there. No sense, nothing. Because the moment you talk, James Collier will come and fire you. The moment you go on the side, you talk again, Rachel Kuhn, because that is the system of governance now that we have in this country. Nobody can express their views and feel safe on a job. That's what happened at the national legislature. People who are with Kofa, employed there, or so forth, you sack all of them. Because why? It starts from the father. That's just Joseph Boakai. That is just Joseph Boakai. Everywhere you go, he's sacking everybody. So as officials, they are doing it. You go in the communities now, they even calling when a tiny member there, they are cutting off speech from their friends because it starts from leadership and the descents and it spreads all over. See, place called to WIA. Is over a place called to WIA. That place called to WIA thing was going to be discussing here. But you really get sense in understanding what you're doing. That place called to WIA we are discussing here. You know someone to visit WIA? On the unification day, I told you Boga would have said we made an arrangement and I visited the former president and went to him. We sat down, we had discussion. You want to be saying I visited the former president. And then that discussion will be, look, you don't even come out openly or publicly together, but for the fact that you were even together and people saw those pictures on unification day. You know what it would have meant? That would have been the way of life. If you say unification is the way of life, that would have been an exemplified medium of the way of life. Visit the former president. Go to him, whatever it is. Is it Mr. President? That is how it is. And instead calls we are Mr. President. We are still calls early Mr. President. No matter what it is, that is the courtesy that they have for each other. You worker, you never ever dream of those. Then you come here and can't talk about, oh, I place a call to former president, and I'm a Ben Ayure, and Zana Kumine, or whatever it is. Worker, stop this recklessness. Look, worker, we have grown of age, and we are not just fools. Yeah, we are not just fools. Demonstrate it. You got to. So all that thing you're talking, I want to see where yeah, forget about it. The country is heavily divided. Yesterday's election, it was not a peaceful one, no. So when you get what you want, so if all of us were to sit down in this country and get what we want, is that a peace we talk about? I talk our ability to accept other people, no matter whether it is in our favor or not. Our ability to accept other people, live with them and be with them and whatever it is, accept whatever and move on with life is what that demonstrates peace. Today, our country is heavily divided. And you come and tell us, say, a place called this, that, and unification is supposed to be the way of life. Yes, it's supposed to be. Is it the way of life? No. What is the way of life? Honor Joseph Boakai. Divisiveness, hatred, bitterness. You are leading many young Liberians who don't have the strength or who are very weak-minded. You are leading them astray. To the extent that they are getting bitter and they following you, because some of the people that you can see beyond Boakai, that you see passing around, is supporting Boakai. So it is the leadership that Boakai put in there. They are not able to redeem themselves. So as a result, they are in it, and he's leading them further down. He's leading them astray on a daily basis. God, they got future. Boakai is done. They got future. They're the ones supporting it. Do you know what it takes that the young men who can be calling on the radio, defending all the negative things all over the place? Tomorrow things change around. And they saw themselves sitting down somewhere. A little opportunity came their way. And people asked them, say, man, what are you doing here? And you are a supporter of Unity Party, yeah. But you think it is normal for you to really work in this place? What will they say? If somebody were to ask you that question in the future, and say, man, you are a supporter of the Unity Party, right? Yeah. And then you used to call on the radio and be what they call and be causing people. Yeah. Oh, okay. You think it is very normal for you to work here? That which government now? Oh, that government X. So, Chief, do you think it's very normal for you to work here? Do you still have that belief you had at the time Unity Party was in power? Those things you were defending, do you still believe in them? Do you think it's very normal for you to work here? I know that young man will be sitting down trembling and saying, now look, the Constitution provides that we are all Liberian citizens and we have entitled to work. He said, you sure you quoting the Constitution today? When it is in our favor, then we say it is good. That's the same mockery that Imobine made out of the law yesterday. Richard Kune, who never had any respect for the law. But because he won speakership, he wore the shirt. Here is team. They start making mockery. The law is the law because it's in their favor. That's the same thing Boakai brought to the national platform today. Because it ended in a manner, it's peaceful settlement. When Boakai was sitting there and calling for Natikova them hooligans, calling them rebels, bunch of citizens who are duly elected like you, Joseph Boakai, you are calling them rebels because the man you never wanted to see anyone for Natikova to bow to you because you are president. You still went against him. Today, you are calling a peaceful settlement of that. This country is terrible. This country is really, 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 really terrible. I don't know from whence we've come, where we've come this far, whether we ever thought we have reached this far. But with God, all things are possible. And we will certainly get there. And no matter what the circumstances are, today is Unification Day. Your president has said what he could. Your president has said it. You listen to him. It's now time we hear from you concerning your president about the Unification Day speech delivered by your president today. He said he plays a call to wear. For him, that's the way of life, to live unification. That's Bwaka for you. And we are very, 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 very grateful that we have sound people like you who will not allow your church to be astray. And I must say thanks to other UP folks who are very sincere and objective. For some of them, they will tell you squarely, but man, me, though I know I support Unity Party, but the other thing that are going on, me, I don't want to be held by it tomorrow. So I don't support it. They are coming up. They are blunt because they know the God of future. They don't want to be questioned tomorrow and they have no answer. They will come out squarely and tell you, man, maybe I must say I supported this person, but the other thing that going on now, me, I don't support it anymore. Because this is not what I believe in. Because there's a tomorrow. There is a tomorrow. You want to go against people, it's up to you. It's up to you. Whatever you say you want to do. So that's why it is. And we are certainly getting there. Anyway, with God, all things are possible. Unification Day. That is it. Let's get to the lines. I don't know. We stay waiting, but we know there has to be reaction from those people, but we are getting there. So let's get to the lines. And remember, don't forget to buy your Liberty, because we have Saturday is the draw, right? Yeah, Saturday is the draw. Please don't forget. You have 2 more days, tomorrow and the after. Then Saturday is the draw. So let's get on right here on this night, and then we'll go on. And we think, and yeah. So let's get to this first person. Elo, are you doing quickly?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. God's will.
Yeah.
Yeah, this for William S. Hunt, that's some part of nature in the
Yeah, go on.
of the National Rescue. Eddie, what President Bwaka did this morning, placing a courtesy call to the 2 former presidents, is commendable. This is why we expect from the president a very, very long time. But it's never too late to do the right thing. As he said, Unification Day is not a day that we should have a special slogan. We should respect Unification Day every day of our life. Apart from governance, our neighbors, our friends, our relatives, there are times they hurt us a lot. But when you are peaceful, maybe you will like to unify, you will like to be united, you will like to make peace with them. So what the president did today is commendable. Lastly, like what you said, for some of us on the United Party, will be very clear. If you don't have a 49, please, nobody in the country should ever think of any legitimate speaker if you don't have the 49. If you get 49, you go down there. Some people have said it already. It's a precedent case. Everything that you'll be doing will be unconstitutional. So anybody want to remove speaker in the country again, whether United Party or ANC or CDC or whatever party, make sure you get a 49. Thanks so kindly, Eddie, for the time.
Thanks for your contribution, my brother. Elo, how are you doing? Let me get on to the next caller. Elo, how are you doing?
Hey, Ebi, I say.
Yeah, I'm fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you.
Hello?
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Hello, Ebi.
Yeah, we are hearing you. And go on, Medicine.
Hello?
Hello, Medicine. I'm getting you. Please go ahead. Sorry, and I thought I got you. I thought you got me. Hello, how are you doing? Hello? Yeah, hello, go ahead. Lucine? Why are you guys problem? And you're facing serious challenge. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, Ebi.
Yeah, please go ahead. Let's listen to you.
Hello?
Medicine, I think I'm getting you. Please go ahead.
What have they told you about how things have deteriorated?
All right, Medicine, sorry. I don't know what's going on with you, but I'm trying my best to get you on. Let me see. Let me hear from you, Mama. That's everything with you.
Maba AB, hi yourself.
I'm fine, man.
I'm calling you from Duro community.
Okay.
AB, there is absolutely nothing commendable about what Mr. Barker did. If it is confirmed that he actually called the former president, I think it's pretentious. It is a provocation, and there's nothing absolutely commendable about such a pretense. Is this the first unification under the watch of Mr. Barker? No. What has he been doing? His deputy minister of information has insulted the former president repeatedly. What action has he taken? This president has made every effort to remove the speaker because he claimed he did not want to work with the speaker. Even though he didn't have the power to remove the speaker, he disrespected the law. That speaker is also a leader. He comes from the opposition political party. Do you think we are happy that the speaker was removed? And you think that pretentious and questionable election they held can be recognized? You think we have forgotten about dismissing our partisans based on political lines from the different institutions in government? Do you think we have forgotten about the people who are in tenure positions that have been removed, and you stand before us and say you call the president? Unification is not by mere words, it is by action. You were here, you as a president, you've been here. This man built the presidential launch, and he was disrespected. He has been denied access to that launch. You haven't done anything till now, and you took one phone and say you call, and you think that's the end. It's a mockery, and we're not going to fall for it. The truth is, Mr. Barker is divisive. He's not a leader. He doesn't have that leadership ability. And those people who always writing all sorts of things, giving it to him to read, I'm so disappointed in them. Not Mr. Barker, because I didn't expect anything from him. But these people who still have years in their favor, they continue to fool themselves. No amount of mere propaganda like taking from the call somebody can be reconciliatory in this country. Maybe this country is heavily divided.
Certainly.
This country is absolutely divided. When they had that election yesterday, one of the lawmakers went on the radio. Instead of him preaching unity, he said he will last the best. And taking the law is the law. That's what I told him. I said, when they say law, you guys are not remembered for law because you are being very lawless. To have even worn that clothes is a contradiction to what you stood for, because you have always been against the law. How can one man purporting himself to be a speaker, and then he just sit down one place and say, okay, I won't contest again? So what happened about the immunity he enjoyed? Did he have any qualification to have contested that speakership after pretending to be a speaker? Mr. Barker, you're fooling yourself, not us, because we're not suffering from amnesia. You can save your core, but it's not part of reconciliation. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks so much. And we are certainly getting there. Thanks, Mercy. And we are getting there. Let me get on to our WhatsApp line. Hello? Hello? Hello, let's hear from you. Hello? Sorry. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Yeah, how you doing, boss? Go on, let's listen to you.
Okay, just what the sister said, but about just what she said. You know, the application of it's about the heart. It's from the heart.
Yeah.
Now call. But you see, but if when you see someone with wisdom to lead, you will know.
You're right.
Omen Barker is not a leader. He's a destructive and divisive woman. We saw that even in the CPP. When Barker said to the Liberian people that Alexander Kumi were his colleagues, and what he did, he sat in Liberia, some of those talks in Liberia, some of those old rebels in Liberia, called Alexander Kumi roll at the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Joseph Nima Barker never take no stands.
No.
He, the same Joseph Nima Barker, went to the Supreme Court to testify against Alexander Kumi. The same man.
that he encouraged to join the CPP. Joseph Nwabaka did the same thing to the CPP. He used Harold Costa. He used some of those uneducated Liberians that are loitering around in the country without no status, no sense of direction. He used them, and they went against Alexander Kumi, and they chakra the CPP. So that is the same thing going on. When he took over presidency, he used his leverage to destroy the country. Liberia could go to war. That's why you saw the executive or the cabinet very got right. It got going with the instruction of Joseph Nwabaka. If Liberia was a serious country where we mean business, Joseph Nwabaka could be president as we speak today for AB. Look at today what I saw in Douala, or clearly in Douala that carry on surgeries where it's not even supposed to be or even pharmacy, and people going there, their life losing, and you got nobody even talking about that in Liberia. No government, no agency in Liberia. And you got somebody talking about unification. Liberia will never be unified because those that we entrusted our power do not have the wisdom of what they call unification. And Joseph Nwabaka is the least among the Liberian leaders that have come to divide the country. That's why you see young people even during the 2023 election, they killed young men in local country. Tama were killed in local country. We didn't hear no judgment for him. The young men were killed in Maserati County. Joshua, there was no judgment came for Joshua. And you're talking about unification? It's not possible for AB. If Liberia not careful, we got a long way to go. And when we go into that destruction, it will take another 50 years for Liberia to come back to itself. So Joseph Nwabaka should be careful and sit down and think that the life God gave him to reach the 80 plus years, there are millions of young Liberians want to reach that age. And they want to reach that age to be able to make a change, especially when it comes to unification. But Joseph Nwabaka, not still for unification. Thank you for the time.
Oh, thanks, boss, for your contribution. I hardly appreciate that. Let me get on to this one right here on this die. Hello, how you doing?
Good evening.
Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
Thank you very much. Sticky Kuman, you call Niba Sticky, and call the Morrissey Fund opposite Popular Factory, the motorcyclist. You see, AB, our president was on air this afternoon because about reconciliation. What about the guy that he fired him from the steering position? Okay? He brought a country to a big disgrace for a complete 7 months. You think the other people not feeling bad? Maybe can you imagine I'm a citizen, my own people for 1 man, 1 pound. I was in this year, I went to the mayor, the man told me to the house. That's not that thing, Yahweh. In the phone. I said, why? They said, we told you was the CDC, but I said, also, you're my brother for 1 mother. He said, my brother, I'm going to see CDC school here. So, Eddie, no matter how the poor do, we are sedition. We will remain sedition. Even no matter what we ever do, we still remain sedition. And asking all the motorcyclists that would be driven for income. July 17, baby, I got 35 men. I'm a head of Susu. I will provide transportation. I will provide white t-shirt. My food money I will pay. We will go on the street to show Bwaka that Liberia belongs to United Party. United Party was, Liberia was there before United Party. Oh. And the city they was staying in Niba, no previously, no Niba, previously is there, Niba CFAs. When the post start to the they couldn't blame everyone else. But the motto I Niba is that no previously, no Niba. Now previously go Niba stay there. Maybe that God bless this team. That God bless our president. President John.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. The next caller, what a female line. Hello, how you doing?
Eddie.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Fine, boss. Hey, Eddie P.
Happy Unification Day, man.
Yeah, well, man. Between two of us, happy Unification Day.
Yeah, my name is Eddie P from Chicken Factory. Maybe if any Liberian will think that this president called Joe, he will unify this country, then maybe it will be in the next green line. Because no way that the president can unify this country, AB. What you think, if I Eddie P can go on this radio station say, oh yes, the president should not succeed, on what basis are seen it for? Because of a wicked heart. Because of a bad man he get for the people, AB. They are a typical example. Look at what is happening today in our country. Our country, they paprika, our country backward. Today, there's somebody should come and tell me, say, I should pray God for the president to succeed, AB. Why you think I can always call, say, and who I can tell will say to buy the party? Because of a wicked heart he get. He get no good heart.
You get the general slay wanted to.
No, it's was slay. That's why I say, ever will get his mind or mercy me to just tell slay, AB, we will not be talking about the AB. Why you think I get bad man for this president because the way he behaving our country, the way he running our country, AB, we will not miss our work, AB. To be honest with you, then you say I call the former president. But to say about you very, very ungrateful human being. You too heartless. It's wrong, AB. When I look at the paper, and tell him the truth, then I want to go backward.
Okay.
It is time for us to stay to tell Joseph Baker the truth.
Okay.
And we will not miss our work for him.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, Eddie P. I appreciate that. Let me get on to this next caller. Aaron Connor, let's hear from you.
Hey, Avi, my dear brother, I just called to say happy unification day to you, yeah.
I know, right? Same to you too, yeah.
That your audio play, so me I just called to say happy unification day to you, Avi. Thank you for the show. I follow you, brother.
Oh my God, I still got a bit. It's a serious problem. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you, man.
First, I'm calling to know from Johnson to Victoria Bar.
Victoria Bar. First time? Okay, go ahead, mama.
Okay. So, can you not easy?
Yeah, oh, yeah, I know.
No, today, everybody will listen to the president.
Mm-hmm.
The statement that he made today, Canton War, we record that, someone president in one year. That statement, the Bible may contain that statement. If you call our president, that calling, but now let me answer your call because it's a demonic call. Everything about God do is a demonic call. So we are already answering a call. And the better than that, it's a real solution. We only our heart. But deny our president, the VIP more than the pay. Then deny the men and the neighbor, so the neighbor is happy. Yeah, a good when it's good around the president then they happy. The country already divided. So whether the imam or the pastor or the prayer, the country divided. So we country will never be repaired except we have the power and pour together. Because I know we have to deny the country.
You're right.
But the owner is a wicked owner.
You're right.
You can't divide the country.
You're right.
So we're not buying to tackle the country. We're there and we're starting to pick up things. And then turn it to the now before we have to deny the country. So thank you, Baba.
All right. Thanks so much, man, for your contribution. What is it? The bitterness is there. And what are you doing?
Yeah. Good evening.
Yeah.
Cousin William.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is Ashiko Malo calling from Paul African Market Jalo Shop.
Malo, let's hear from you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, my man, Eddie. You tell Lisa from here, you carry America, say again to Crocodile.
I know.
Joseph Boaka and Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone people, they are Canada, that had a lab looking. That the government today got to know that unification day is going to last. In that the last living, that unification will living in the country, they unify the entire country. They say unification is the way to last. What Boaka contradicting the same thing contradicting in the Liberian people.
Right.
No, Joseph Boaka, he will get the press to pay. He will pay the press. Just wait. Everything that happening in the country, that old man, I know what he think degree from. I think everything I mean, he say he forget about everything. Because man who care for the 2 years experience, that he don't pay for me that the so gonna client people work be able to get done. But man, Joseph Boaka, he will see the weight, but I'm praying for the man to leave that seat. Let him be as president. I won't find it down. I won't find to be as president. And if you leave it, let me in. We'll chew it fuck up. Thank you, my brother, for putting me down.
All right. And of course, I love one of my students who said this Charles Robertson. I think he says that any leader who having bitterness in his heart can never lead a nation peacefully. You are 100% right. Thank you. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah, my name is Maurice Pastor calling from Ken Johnson Road.
Yeah, Morris.
Yeah. I mean, that's thank you for, and that's thank you for the show. Yeah. But for some of you, when I arrive in the country to be talking to people, to be cool for that, I can't lie. Our president also, he called me and he bombed all my grandpa. I can't force him, but Mr. Baga handling the country in that rebel direction with him. But some of you, when I around to be talking to people, to be things to see them, understand. Let's tell them that, bro, you know, I don't know what I tell somebody last night or something like that. They may go about 1.5 million. That's why I said, but who running behind Mr. Parker? They made our president. So how about we will be a couple of people, we will be Kenya, oh, a former president. We don't want to see our former president, let it so you see it. Oh, yeah, our former president. I said, for my instance, instead of my editor, who am I then? Nobody, one day, somebody may say, they say, oh, they were that person somewhere. But all the money taking spending, look at the hospital, so can't hospital, GSK, look at GSK, look at the country looking, everything get high in the country, don't understand it. But if you tell God, thank you, like you're right, you're talking to all, you're advancing people, you're explaining to the people to understand. But we don't know what the country is going now.
Okay.
I'm from.
Pastor, thank you for the show. Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. We appreciate that. And let me get on to the next caller. Why my man? Hello, how you doing? All right. So we are certainly getting there, and we'll continue to get there. Hello, how you doing?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. I'm fine. Yeah. Yeah, let's hear from you, man. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for your contribution. We appreciate that. The next caller, hello, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm out of the
Okay.
The question are the president. You go party visa. Okay, now people it is figure that I going to be for. That what happening? Say, you can the power. You have a phobia. That they want for him. They man lie. They man are liar. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So this is it right here, you know, and we are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. So there was something I told you I was waiting for. I think it has finally come up, and a statement has come from President Weah himself on his page. So this is a statement that I come from the president's page, and the president says this. The president has sent a statement in relation to what Joseph Yuma Boakai may have said. And this is what he said. And I'm going to read his statement now. He said, today on this May 14, 2025, I again wished all Liberians a happy Unification Day and urge us all to always act in the ultimate interest of the nation. Earlier this morning, I received a missed call. You're listening to. Earlier this morning, that we are responding now. Boga said he called we are. Now we are responding now. You're listening to it clearly. Earlier this morning, I received a missed call from an unknown number, which was followed by a text message from President Joseph Boakai, wishing me a happy Unification Day and urging national unity. He said earlier this morning he received a missed call from an unknown number. That means number that you couldn't see the name at all, what other private or something, you know the person now. So he said later on he saw a message from Joseph Boakai telling him, say, happy Unification Day, and he say, let us be united as a people. Very good. Then he said, I have not. Okay, Orchin. He said, I responded to said message in return by also wishing him a happy Unification Day. So when he sent the message to Weah told him happy Unification Day too. That was it. Now, the next thing he said here is, he said, I have not spoken to President Boakai since January 2024. I iterate that true unification is not based on superficial political gimmicks. He said it is not based on superficial political gimmicks, but on a rule of law and constitutional order. I again urge President Joseph Boakai to respect the rule of law, respect past and present political leaders, and uphold the sanctity of the hard-fought democratic institutions and processes in order to foster national unification. May God bless Liberia, His Excellency George Manneh Weah Sr., former president of the Republic of Liberia. This is the statement in reaction. So Bwaka call. You see there, you see the Bwaka paper. So you see how Bwaka can lie. You see, Bwaka say he call and whatever. He never call we are. He wouldn't send message. He never call we are. No, Bwaka is a big liar. He just went to go send message. Say, let me send message. Let me see what he will say. So Wea is a decent man. Wea is a decent character. So he sent the message. Happy Unification Day and national unity. Look at that kind of foolishness. Look at that kind of nonsense. Happy Unification Day or national unity. If you check in that message, he even addressed so Bwaka lied that he called Wea. Bwaka did not call Wea. He sent text message to Wea. Get an ordinary man. Hi, Mr. President. Or this, that, blah, blah. So you see that? You see what it is? And you see how Joseph Bwaka can lie? Joseph Bwaka, a big criminal. We are now saying that Bwaka never called him. He said he and Bwaka had never spoken since January. So if you say you call somebody now, let's make this rational now. Bwaka said he called Wea, right? Now, call may be responded to, or maybe he was stated clearly that I called Wea, they didn't get to him, or whatever it is. Bwaka lied that he called Wea. Now, you're finna getting it now. You see how the paper looks like? So, what kind of old man now that you say we must respect him now? Every little thing he's doing, he's lying on a small ball. Can you imagine that? Wow. Hey, Bwaka. Hey, Buka. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Yeah. That is the statement I'm telling you now. That is the statement I'm telling you now. And you see how lies can go on all over the place. Bwaka is a big liar, yeah. Yeah, go find place. No, yeah, lead the whole country now. Yeah, if you're telling this sound will come out, Bwaka is a big liar. They are not serious. Yeah. Hello, how you doing? Now you can say, oh, ABJ hand on the paper. That man know the correct person. Hello? Yeah, how you doing?
The liar is not stay in block letter. This is Gertrude JD Williams. I'm calling for Johnson.
Yeah, Gertrude, go ahead.
That's why I saw you on social media exercising. I say, I hope the boy is not training and more his step brothers because depending on you, you're not supposed to go and more your step.
No, I'm going to more people now. I can't go there. No, I can't go there.
Take you out there with our opposition team will be going to exercise. Go to the issue. They fascinated that the 1983 Constitution that was enacted in law to establish the Unification Day today that Mr. Bwaka is playing fun with the Liberian people. It's a serious thing. You shouldn't look at President Wea as a unifier. Yeah, you saw how he spoke. The man, when he damaged the whole thing, he placed a phone call to somebody that took care of save you. First thing he's supposed to do, because the man saved your life to make you president. The number of the margin was very narrow. Instead to be corrected, the margin with several loans that make the man to take the election. It doesn't mean that, it was far, wild than what happened to us in this country. But because the man is a peacemaker, live with the UN and then brought peace in our country, he can look at it and just damage it for no reason, for just because of an individual. So he decided to give it up. Now you're looking at this person and you're taking him to be like a common person as he claimed it to your vice president. We watching it and we know. That's why I'm looking at people, they say, claiming speakership and this, that. So it means that they have gained ground all over the country. That's lie. It's a serious lie. They shouldn't take it to be the claim. The fear that is in there now today, for which they are carrying on all the intimidation and all the alleged assassinations, has to do with what the president we have declared that he will come back. And that's a serious pressure on them. Most of them taking pressure tablets now as we speak. Because they know what I know. Your little salary you're making, save and do something where you ought to be on the kitchen, be there because we will come back. Thank you, baby.
Thank you so much. Joseph Bwaka has lied again. This time he has lied big time. Let's continue. Hello, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, good evening. Let's hear from you.
Happy Unification Day between you and myself.
I know, right?
David King and Abraham Godson Will.
Thank you.
And I said Joseph Boakai between Abraham Godson Will and David King. Happy Unification Day. You got that old man. Lying is his character. Yeah, he always lie. The old man has always told the Liberian people lie and threatening us our peace that we enjoy. You remember Evi? That man told us that if he don't become president, if he is cheated in the election, Liberia will end. He will not take it.
He said that.
Remember that? He said that. And that man has repeatedly destroyed the country with what he played in his mind. Because people who have no record of anything good in their life, they always survive in violence and destruction. That's the kind of man we have here today.
You're right.
Called president. If Mr. Boakai was somehow, constructed about his own life, maybe like I said to one of my friends, I say, any good manager, the first thing you will do, you manage your life very well before you can manage anything.
You're right.
You know, my Boakai was not able to manage his own life. And he started telling us that he living on loans. He got say he could not say inside the hospital after being the highest paid hospital in the history of Liberia. That alone tells us that Boakai is not a manager. And we saw that in the CPP. For political party, everybody, nobody there, or you coming out and inside the CPP, there was no north. By the time they gave the Boakai, confusion broke up. Similarly with Boakai government, no president will come to bring confusion in his own government in the name of removing speaker. You told $10 million to remove speaker. When the Lofa road need $10.5 million to take the road from Saraye to Onion. Why couldn't you put the money in Lofa? Lofa County people, let me tell you tonight, Boakai don't have interest in you. Because if he had interest, the $10 million he told to put him, go for nothing people pocket, you would have taken that money and put it on that road so that your road can keep going. But they come in, really see my friend who is the chief driver for that company that building the road. He said the road caught between Golu and Saraye. If nothing is done about that road,
But
they come
nothing
in,
is
really
happening.
see.
10 million going please.
10 million going in,
Yeah.
baby. What kind of useless old man we got here? So this is a discretionary analysis, and I'm causing in a way. So you understand that you people. Thank you.
Thanks, King. And Joseph Boakai has lied again, and he will continue to lie. This government is. I don't want to know we ourselves. Joseph Boakai put it there. Two liars. All of them can lie. Let me come play that to you again. Say, hello, how you doing?
Good evening, Abby. How you doing?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, this is Edmund Carr, the visionary God. I picked 14 days liar president feel to the fire to deliver.
I know, right?
You know, he funny way, and there is no way. The thing he said to do, there should not be any problem between you and the former official of the country. Look at him mentioning Benela Yireni. Benela Yireni, you were dancing together, you're dancing everything together. You should have taken upon yourself. Drive to the people. Say, I come for us to talk. Or even you could have even sell communication with them that I want for other auto meet to so play until unification day. Say you don't want to go to there. And then don't come, then we will know. But you want to tell me that you will lie about President we are then. And what thing I know about our office, our president office, is very, very effective and active. They don't let anything to pass. We're all responding to it. Well, we are satisfied without response. Because we are going to be arguing about it tomorrow, the whole day. Oh, no, it happy. Oh, no, it didn't happen. We'll say we're going to respond. But thank God for that response that came up. Look, Boakai, you cannot a unifier. Your records show that you cannot unify. Your records show that you can't put people together. See what you're telling us? The election that was held yesterday, he said that's a unification. It was peaceful. No, that is not what he called peace. If you could have settled this issue between the two parties, retaining over the government of Fonati stepping aside for the right thing to be, we could have considered it as being peaceful. But because the thing has lasted for a very long time, and things are falling apart, he decided to wash his hair off, and then your purported speaker resigned. Then the next hour, he in the rain, he wins, he begins to speak up, then you are congratulating him. No, you are the one that push for that because you have spent millions of dollars so that you can achieve your goal. Now your goal is achieved This is not unity. We are divided. We are not together. Liberia are not together. President Weah is fighting at all costs to put us back together. But you are still saying no, you don't want us to be together. You should not be boasting here or calling from an official. No. You should not be boasting that I just visited President Weah. I just visited former Ellen Johnson Sally. I just visited Bernard Aguirre. That one we should not be hearing for you. But that is a story. When you're ready to put the country together, you will put the country. But this is one of the worst unification days that will ever celebrate in Liberia. That a president has come and told lies about unification day. Thank you.
Thank you.
The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put all hospital, they put hospital. Bola can lie. The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put all hospital. Bola can lie. The government, all the ministers in the government, they can lie. They don't put all hospital, they put hospital, they lie. Everything they say, they never say the truth. I can judge Weah. You know what I'm saying? I can judge Weah. If you know I'm from, maybe I'm not someone that envy people. I don't envy people, especially people that I help to reach.
Wow, that's it. Bwaga can lie, and everyone else, and of course the Bishop Primage, and of course the man of God in Nigeria also said it. He said they are so liars. Everybody can lie. So I don't know why they think these people. What's their problem? Big man like Joseph Bwaga got to lie about that as well. And what are you doing, man? Sisi? Let's hear from you.
I am anxiety.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Thank you for the show, Pa. Happy invitation day to you and your family. And to all my physicians, reaction, abortion, notion. We say happy invitation day to you, not needed for the people. Because they can sign. Let me tell Bwaga, he's thinking, saying, making fun of President Weah and my son, AB. You think the people say, President Weah? When you want me a friend from the four, I don't hear from Bwaga. Now Weah. Because Bwaga has 4 back. And her job Bwaga, he went and 4 back. So $1. But now Weah, you talking about peace. One side is talking about peace. So he plays for Weah. You think we should be in the country? After you hit everybody city, you put everybody down, you go fight all the country. You move and take over from there. You bring your own person, then you talking about unifying people, but you play sports with Weah. And guess what? Morgan got your friend, not for Weah. You clean fire your very same Bwaga. Because your sister, you're not looking at him or being. You're an evil man. You're a western. Thank you.
All right, man, Sisi. Let me get on to this. This is it. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm not calling from
Yeah, please, let's hear from you, Mama.
So, nothing about Joseph Bwaga is peaceful. Everything about Joseph Bwaga is continuous. So, the very day now Joseph Bwaga has left, people die to the party headquarters. The day Joseph Bwaga secretary, the day they were fall around the court, one country rule. The day they were putting in the office, they saw almost die. Joseph Bwaga, that thing is not going to fool up, lie to all late after the country. Because the country is Liberia. So Joseph Bwaga feel like they lie before you said that in the country. But we're trying our way to preparing for him. Look about the coming and preparing ourselves for Joseph Bwaga. Joseph Bwaga prepare himself for us. We pray for long life. We pray that God will take it left. Let it succeed. So all can battle that time. Then you see who are. So thank you for the show.
Thanks, ma'am, for your contribution. We are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. And what are you doing?
Good evening.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah. But there is can I come and name, please? I want to give you information. Yeah. The people we are planning to call a former president for a meeting. And when they call him, they want to poison his drink.
You say what name?
All right.
What do you know you're talking about? He just can't say call him a meeting. Play. He say they say you want to call your name. That kind of team can't turn. Then you can't go away. You say you don't want to call your name. I agree that you want to call your name, but the way you talk, you say, better say you're not even quiet because nothing. But anyway, we're getting there. So there's a statement. I will just try to read through it quickly. And May 14, 2024. I'm just trying to stroll through it so that you can see. I hope you are seeing it there. Okay, you are seeing the statement there by yourself. Yeah, so you are seeing the statement right on the screen. You're seeing it there for yourself. So that's why it is. And so we are certainly getting there. Waga light, right? So the president said, and when I meet the president say, I'm gonna know. And I think that by default, it's by default that we are is the president. Default. Joseph Waga. Today on this May 14, 2025, I again wished all Liberians a happy Unification Day and urge all of us to always act in the ultimate interest of the nation. That's leadership. Thank you so much, Prezo. Whether you like it or not, your business. So he continued and said, earlier this morning, I received a missed call from an unknown number, which was followed by a text message from President Joseph Yuma Boaka wishing me a happy Unification Day and urging national unity. Look at that kind of thing. You urging it? Useless, oh man. He said, I responded to the said message, and in return by also wishing him a happy Unification Day. I have not spoken, because the issue about speech now, call is different from text now. I have not spoken to President Boaka since January 2024. Now, I iterate that true unification is not based on superficial political gimmicks, but on the rule of law and constitutional order. That's all. Unification, that constitution, everything. That's the thing in there that can unite a country when they are in place. So that's it. So he continued and said, I again urge President Boakai to respect the rule of law, respect past and present political leaders, and uphold the sanctity of our hard-fought democratic institutions and processes in order to foster national unification. And he closes with this and says, may God bless Liberia. His Excellency George Manuel Weah Sr., former president of the Republic of Liberia. He'll say he was never going to be president. Now he's former president. Again, he will come back again now. So you see, you will get there. But anyway, thanks to all of you for the time until we are back here, God willing. And we will certainly get there. Let's keep up the fight. Let's keep everything we can. Let's keep it up. And we are certainly getting there. Yeah. And so that's it. Hey. There was a bugger for me again. What old man like that would be disgracing himself like that? You forced to be crawling behind a small boy here. He said, boy, but the boy always making marks. Why you must treat yourself like that? Reduce yourself to nothing. Absolutely nothing, right? And so we are right here on this very day. Wow, I'm coming. I got something, folks. That's all the time we've got tonight. But let me get to Ambrose Sarr, and he had been calling. Let me just conclude with him. Ambrose, let's hear from you.
Yeah, Amy.
Yeah, boss man.
Yeah, this is Ambrose Sarr. I'm calling from First State of Delaware.
Delaware. Let's hear from you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got to inform you that one of your regular callers, by the name Joseph Tamba, from Ohio State, has passed. He died on the 9th of May. 2025.
They said he was sick.
June 28th. So I called to inform him so you remember him.
Oh, I must support him, my brother. Yes, sir. Yeah, I just kept calling, sir. Yes, sir, visited Liberia. He said he was just rushed to the hospital. One of my regular caller from the United States of America, Joseph Tapa. Yeah. And Tapa, there you go. This country. The world. Anyway, peace be to his ashes. And you students, let us all join in to wish one of our students, ardent students, and sympathy, his family, bereaved family sympathy, and we lost him. They just said on the 24 for when, yeah, but we lost him. Yeah, I heard about that. Too bad. Anyway, this is life. We all want at one point in time or the other. We'll one day succumb to that. Folks, that's all the time we've got tonight. Until we are back here, God willing, do have a pleasant night. And bye-bye. We'll be right back here on tomorrow.